that it was open. I just remember sitting in there and looking up at the sign, and it said, it was going, weather, winds, they gave them like a mile an hour, and they said from the north, west, south, and east. You know, it's inside the dome, they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I think I got influence from everybody.
yeah.
I know when I was a sophomore, I'd probably wrestled about 12 matches, and then he shows up one the first time he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, what's he doing here? And then it's like he was always to everything at home. Actually, he was going all over the place.
This is your oldest uncle?
This was my grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather, okay.
Yeah. And anyway, it got to be, you know, so I was always looking for him, you know, in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, but he said,
how much your younger uncle? The one 12 years older than you.
Yeah.
How about him?
John W.
John, yeah.
Well, it just closer. So I think we had kind of a different, you know, bonding. Man, he wanted to wrestle with me. We went out to UI, University High School, where I went to school. We went out there, I think it was the summertime.
Now, you were living in Bloomington?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in Bloomington.
Right.
Anyway, he he wrestled with me, and you know, he was a strong man.
Yeah.
But it only took a while before I could wear him down and do whatever I wanted to.
Okay, so that part of that, what I call that deep practice, is you're going against a guy 12 years older than you, a little bigger, a little stronger. And when we talked the other day, and I told you that I'd always thought of you, and others have always thought of you as a warrior, you got a little embarrassed by that. But you always had that kind of warrior spirit, that confidence that you know, going out on that mat, like you said, one-on-one, was a big deal. But when somebody watched you, it looked like it was no big deal, that this is mine.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
You know, you kind of had that nervousness, you know, and later as a coach, and I just got done not too long ago telling my granddaughter this. She's becoming a hell of a tennis player.
Really?
Yeah. And she's only in 6th grade. And she was on the Seton team this year for the first time.
Now, whose daughter is that?
Lisa's.
Lisa's, okay.
Anya.
Anya.
Yeah, Anya. What the hell you got a name like that?
Sounds like a wrestler's name.
Anya, yeah, Anya. Yeah, I know it. And I taught her the crab ride on top. Throw the legs in.
Yeah.
And you don't know. And in the beginning, when I showed her that, she wasn't much to worry about. But after about 3 years of her growing and just getting better, it got to be where, man, when she locked in, you know, now it's getting to be a little bit more concentration here. But It's, you know, I pretty good. And you know, Lisa and I used to always do stuff. You know, and,
So always the teacher.
huh?
Always the teacher.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
taught you? Who influenced you to become a teacher? Where'd that come from?
Frank Kyoto and George Giardi, football coach at U High, and and then George, who was my Giardi, who was my head wrestling coach, was his assistant in football, and both of them were a big influence on what I did. You know, and then they're the ones that put together that benefit when everybody thought I was going to die on them.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me. Nobody asked me.
What was going through your mind back then? When everybody was doing the funeral dirges and having the fundraisers and everything, and what were you telling yourself?
Well, I was really a mess there for a while.
Yeah.
And when I come bouncing back, I bounced back pretty quick.
Yeah.
When O.W. Coiven took me off of, he took me off of everything but the Delanton
Yeah.
for epilepsy.
Yeah.
And I come bouncing back in 4 days. And, you know, people were they'd go to the Donovan household. They'd go over there and they'd see me, and then
That's
they'd walk
Teresa's
away.
family. That's Teresa Donovan. Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't Teresa Arms yet, right?
Huh?
She wasn't Teresa Arms yet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? You'd already
We were
married.
married.
Okay. Okay.
We were married. No, I'd had all that. Oh hell, I had all that cobalt. I had 30 trees of cobalt.
Right.
And after we got done with doing that in Bloomington, then we came up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept getting worse. I remember down there in Bloomington, the doctors down there, he said, that was doing the treatments and stuff, he says, well, the half-life and everything, he says, you should notice you're getting better, you know, every week by week.
Yeah.
I was going the opposite direction, week by week. But I think what nobody understood was that I no longer needed as much medicine as I was taking. And so I was just a drug addict, you know,
Yeah.
going downhill,
Yeah.
basically, you know. And O.W. Coiven, he took me off of everything but the Delanton. I'm in the hospital there at, I think it was Moline Public. I think that's where I was. I don't know. I was pretty, I was a mess
It was
then.
public. It was more.
People know more about me than I did
Yeah.
at that time, you know.
Yeah.
But one of the weirdest things that happened is Teresa came to see me one time, and she said, I said to her, I said, yeah, I says, no, we had Tony, okay? But she said, yeah, I said, I told her, I said I got 4 kids. And I don't remember if I named her or not, but I told her I had 4 kids. We ended up with 4 kids.
Wow.
And she said that, I think she said that I said names, and I must have just said, been, you know, just la da 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 da. And anyway, made it happen. I remember the nurse down in Springfield saying to me that, or they were figuring that I was sterile and I'd never have any more kids. I'm lucky to have the one.
Yeah.
Nobody asked me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut that off right now.